Hey guys, so I'm off to get my idle air control motor for the truck, and I noticed before I left that I had a user who was interested to know if I would build another 5.4. I think my reply to that would be yes. It was a fun build. A couple of key points though, to be patient with it, and if my father's watching this, he's probably going to laugh at me because he's told me to be patient throughout the whole project. And I've rushed it a little bit, and I've made some careless mistakes. One of those was the using set screws, and instead of a pipe plug for the back of the heads, which I ended up changing while the motor was in the truck. That was my oil leak problem. Not so much because I was rushing it, but just because I was naive and didn't know. This is the first build that I've done. Also, I would say to put some white grease in the oil pump. I've learned that from quite a few different people. Before you put the oil pump in, because that will help it prime it, because the white grease is still, it's a special type of white grease. It's not true like lithium white grease that you would use on, say, a rubber hose to get it over a fitting or something like that. It's a special, I think it's called Lubriplate. It's thin enough to be pumpable, but thick enough to stay in the pump while you put the engine together. So I would also do that. Also, when I was putting the timing together, I took a torque spec for foot-pounds instead of inch-pounds, and I snapped a bolt in the head. So I had to have that removed and straightened out, and I did, and it's back together. So I guess my biggest thing would be to pay attention and have patience while you're building this motor, or any motor for that fact. Enjoy it. It's fun. I've heard a lot of people complain about the 5.4 and the 4.6 and how difficult it is to take apart and put back together. I didn't really find any difficulty doing that. Maybe when you have the dual overhead cam motor, the timing probably would get trickier than what it is on the single overhead cam motor. I found it very easy to work on. I didn't really have any problems taking it apart or putting it back together. I do have the Ford service manual, so I'd also suggest if you're interested in putting together any motor for any vehicle is to go get the actual factory service manuals and not the Shilton's or the Haynes manual, because you get actual factory specs for it. So that's what I would recommend. I got them off of eBay. I've got them for the transmission, I've got them for the electrical and wiring system for the truck, and the vacuum system, and the engine. It tells you everything there is to know about the vehicle. Every little minor torque specification, where all the wires, where everything's supposed to go. They're well worth the investment to get these books. That would be the biggest. That's been the biggest help throughout this project. That and using the internet and talking to different people on forums. I have a buddy who's very into Ford trucks and Mazda trucks, and he's been very helpful. So that would be my suggestion, and yes, I would definitely build another one. I'd like to put one in a Mustang at some point, and do the 4.6 to 5.4 swap with the Mustang, because it's a nice motor. I don't know if they use it. I believe it's the same motor, the truck motor, but I have to do some more homework on it. It wasn't really that bad of a build, so all in all, yeah, I'd say I'd definitely build another one.